Our group number 7, was assigned to focus on anti-death penalty groups. We focused on the two biggest anti-death penalty groups in the world, and we are going to describe what they do, why, and other details about their foundations.
In our society today, there are pro-death penalty groups and anti-death penalty groups, each fighting for their cause and to prove that their rival groups' ideas are false. It's been a two-sided war that has been raging for hundreds of years and is still persisting to this day.
I decided to focus on the NCADP, the National Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty. They are one of the biggest anti-death penalty groups in the world and are continuing to grow. The NCADP consists of many different races and diverse people, including whites, blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, Asians, law enforcers, volunteers, advocates, politics, and even family members of death row inmates who are against the ways of the death penalty.
I chose to research the DPF, or Death Penalty Focus, an organization that is currently fighting to prove that the death penalty is a brutally simplistic and ineffective way to try to reduce violent crime. With over 35,000 members in the U.S., they are one of the largest anti-death penalty groups in the nation.
One of the NCADP's biggest arguments against the death penalty is that it is unconstitutional and that people are actually being hurt when given the lethal injection. Since this argument, they have put thousands of dollars and hours of work into research to find out whether or not this is true.
The DPF also argues that lethal injection is painful and that it is not right to be killed in that manner, making it unconstitutional. They also argue that it institutionalizes discrimination and diverts attention and finances away from increasing public safety in other ways and does not solve anything.
The NCADP is known as one of the biggest and one of the most well-known anti-death penalty groups in the world. It has around 750,000 members worldwide, and that number continues to grow. The DPF also has a large amount of members nationwide, around 35,000 in the United States alone.
Both the NCADP and DPF are non-profit organizations that receive financial support from many other smaller anti-death penalty groups and from everyday people all around the world.
Statistics show that there's a notable difference between the ratio of African Americans and whites executed. Around 35% of the death row executions are performed on African Americans, even though they only make up 12% of the death row population.
In modern day, there are groups that are both for and against the death penalty. Millions of people are joining the fight to abolish the death penalty, and some are joining forces with the death penalty. The NCADP and DPF are both fighting viciously to abolish the death penalty and live a better, more constitutional life here in America.